to the Viking Home Companion. Today we're going to start with the story that began the entire program, and it's called Halfdan's New Longboat. You know, it's been quite a while since I've been back to my old home village of Skognir. I've been out to Viking, you know. So I decided to go back, hook up with my good buddy Sven, catch up on all the doings. And I hooked up with Sven, and we went up into town there, and I noticed they had a new longhouse up there on the edge of town. So I go, "Hey Sven, what's with the new longhouse there? Did somebody new move into town?" And he says, "Nah, that's just a new berserker longhouse, see? And we keep all the berserkers up in there now. And whatever it takes to keep them happy, we send it to them. If they want beer, we send them beer. If they want food, we send them food. If they want women, well, we send them more beer." And I go up there and I look, and you know what? They got the door closed, and there's a bar across the outside, and right above it, this little sign that says, "In case of war, break bar." And I noticed there was a whole lot of noise coming from inside here. So I go, "Hey Sven, what's with all the noise there?" And he goes and looks in through the window and he says, "Oh, they're just having an axe catching contest." Okay, I guess that. You mean they're having an axe throwing contest? No, they're having an axe catching contest. Ow, whoa, that is going to leave a scar. Harold just missed. That is not a pretty sight. So we decided to head back down into town there, and on the way down in, we noticed everybody was hanging out down by the fjord, so we go to see what they're all looking at down there, and Halfdan got himself a new longboat. And he is so happy with this new longboat, although he is a little sketchy in the details of how he got it. Something along the lines of, "The old owner don't need it no more, yeah, sure, you betcha." Now, I have to admit that it's a pretty nice longboat. You know, there's a few axe blows on the side, a little fire up on the one end, but other than that, it's in really good shape. But I also noticed there's about 30 oars to a side there on that there longboat. Nobody gonna tell Halfdan that's more able-bodied men than we got in the whole village. Well, you know, Viglaf, he did start to say something, but a little foot-to-foot communication and a quick swim in the fjord, and he quieted right down. Okay, well, maybe he didn't quiet right down, because we weren't too far out the winter, and the fjord was mighty cold, and he wasn't too happy about taking no ice water bath. But at least he didn't say anything to Halfdan, and that's the good thing. So anyway, like I said, you know, Halfdan, he's pretty happy about this new longboat of his, and he decided he wanted to go oar dancing. Now, this is a problem, because as I mentioned, you know, there's about 30 oars to a side there, and that's more men than we got in the whole village to man the oars, so we had to pile the whole village into the boat. All except the berserkers, we kept them up there in their longhouse. But we piled the whole village into the boat, and we're all hanging on to the oars on just the one side there, and in some places we got 2 and 3 kiddies to an oar, hoping they can kind of just hold it down. Well, anyway, he goes and he jumps out of the back of the boat, he runs up the side of the boat, he jumps in the front of the boat, we all let go of the oars on one side, we're running to the other side, we're trying to get the oars out before he jumps off the front of the boat, and we don't make it. And he lands right down there in the water, right next to Viglaf, and he ain't no happier about taking no ice water back than Viglaf is, I can tell you that. About that time, they decided it was a good idea to go back up into town, because nobody wanted to be there when Halfdan came up out of the water. He may not be a berserker, but he ain't all that far off, neither. Well, that's the story from the village of Skognir, and I'll let you know the next time I go back for a visit. Yeah, sure, you betcha.